I'd hate to think I'd wasted time playing games and telling lies. Every corner has its eye. I'd hate to think I'd jeopardize. I've had your picture all along. Little baby's been away so long, and every time I'd stop to think, it just reminded me to drink to all the things that I have lost, and to everything it's cost. It just reminded me to think of all the reasons left to drink. Just reminded me to think of all the reasons left to drink. It just reminded me to think of all the reasons left to drink. Yeah, every time I'd stop to think, it just reminded me to drink.
Paula Nelson Band live in the Kpft studio. That was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. Playing tonight, Discovery Green hits the stage around 6:30. You know, there's a gentleman here yesterday named Brad Boyer. He was playing with us, and he was promoting a show on Saturday night here at the Firehouse Saloon, which is the Waylon Jennings Birthday Bash.
Ah, yes.
And, of course, that's going all across the country, and there's birthday bashes everywhere, and that, of course, benefits his foundation that his son, Shooter Jennings, started to benefit research of diabetes.
Right.
And there's a picture of you at your website kissing Waylon Jennings when you were a little girl. Tell folks a little bit about that.
I think that it might have been at one of the first pick. No, who knows, really? It could have been anywhere. I have no idea, because that was, you know, growing up, my favorite Waylon story is his drummer at the time was Richie Albright. And I would run up and see Waylon first, and he'd pick me up and he'd say, "Who's number one?" And I'd go and kiss him and say, "You are." And then he'd set me down, and I'd run off and I'd see Richie Albright, and Richie Albright would pick me up and say, "Who's number one?" And I'd say, "You are." My mom said I'd see them both coming and just take off the other direction. She's like, "I can't choose." So that could have been one of those moments.
Right. So you had a lot of famous people that were kind of, I guess, in and around the house when you were growing up. Not only Waylon Jennings, but Chris Christopherson, and I mean, are these people you had breakfast with on a regular basis?
I don't know, but breakfast would have been probably like 4 a.m. breakfast, you know?
You're
yes.
not supposed to be up. What are you doing? Go back to bed.
It was the 70s.
Sure.
They didn't care.
Right? Did you get any musical inspiration from any of these people, or was it just kind of like...
I definitely did. I think it had to have soaked in at some point, but I didn't really realize how cool they were until I had gotten to an age where I tried to play my own music or, you know, just be a part of it. And then I realized, wow, these guys were awesome. I didn't realize. I thought that they were just uncles.
Right.
Leon,
right.
Uncle Leon, I thought was a really cool Santa Claus.
Sure. He didn't dress up for Christmas, did he, for you?
No, he was just in his cool Leon Santa wear.
Sure. We've got Paula Nelson with her band live in the Kpft studio. The latest CD is Little City, which will be available for purchase this evening over at Discovery Green. You got other merch as well. You got T-shirts and swag.
We're about to reorder more swag and T-shirts. T-shirts were little T-shorts. That's an idea.
Perfect for summer.
We got T-shirts and everything. We're working on that. We do have some of that available.
All right, but you can go to your website, which is
paulanelsonband.com.
All right.
Yeah.
New and improved.
New and improved, yes.
Tell us about touring outside of the U.S. Where you been?
We've been everywhere, really. Our favorite, of course, would be...
Everywhere in Europe.
Everywhere and Europe.
Right.
And Europe.
We like France.
France is great.
Sure.
France is great. They're really big, in Italy too, big on line dancing. Still huge into that. Like it's almost like they almost have a law against them at this point because they take over the club. It's really like they're having issues over there, but they're great. We never had a problem with them. They were wonderful, and it's pretty cute. They do say Vili a lot. We love Vili, Nelson.
Oh,
it's
very
really
nice.
it's
Like,
cute.
what is that?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
Vili.
So when you release the record later this year, will you hit Europe early next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that
You'll
as well.
do a big tour also here in the States to promote the new record?
For sure,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So go out and check the new songs out tonight at Discovery Green. That'll be on the record. That'll be out later this year. And when it comes out, you'll already be familiar with them. What are you going to sing for us next?
What do you want to do next? You want to do
Ever
that?
seen the rain?
Yeah, we recorded this song. It's not my song. It's I almost said Dan Fogelberg. There's a reason for that. It's a John Fogerty song, but we all decided we were going to do the song "Have You Ever Seen the Rain?" And I decided to put like I kind of a sitting on the dock of the bay kind of feel to it,
Cool.
so it didn't sound exactly like the original. And I had played it for my dad, and it was just a rough copy of what we had done in the studio. And I started to get the feeling that he thought I wrote it because he kept saying how great it was. This is good. Like, and so finally I said, I wish I had written it. And he said, you didn't? I said, no. And then later on in an interview, I heard him say that, you know, she did that Dan Fogelberg song, Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
You twisted it so much up, it doesn't even sound like the original anymore.
Yeah. And then he ended up, asking if he could sing on it. And of course, I'm not going to say no. So it was a wonderful, proud moment to have my
That's
pops
great.
sing along with it too, and my brother Lucas, who's kicking
Has a
butt
new
all
album
over
out.
too,
Yeah, that's
and
great.
yeah, he's singing harmony as well. So
Cool. Now, is this coming out on the new album, or is this on Little City?
It's on Little City.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do that one next.
All right, sounds good. Here it is. Paula Nelson live in the Kpft studios.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time, till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain?
studio. Beautiful. Thank you so much. That was a
Thank you.
great rendition of that song. That
Thank
was
you.
wonderful. Hey, you were talking about your brother Lucas, who recently put out a record. I noticed that Jacob is recorded with your father on one of his records. Does Jacob have a record out of his own?
Jacob.
No.
No. Jacob. Luke is Dylan. Jacob Dylan. Luke is my brother, and Micah. Luke and Micah are my brother. Maybe it's Micah.
Okay.
Could be. It could be.
Okay, does he have a record out?
I think he has a band, and they keep changing the name of it. I can't remember what it is, but he also is a phenomenal.
That's why I lost his
The
name.
Reflecticles
Okay.
is one of them.
And what about your sister Amy? Does she record?
Yes,
Does she have a record out?
Yes, they just finished one. In fact, Shooter is on it.
Really?
I don't know if I can tell you all the titles or not
Okay,
on the air,
right.
but you'll have to go to folkuke.com.
Oh, okay.
I'm making sure I say that with diction.
Yes.
Folkuke.
I've spun some
That's
of their
Amy's
stuff as well.
band. Yeah, it's
Okay.
great. They're really
Cool.
good.
And that's Woody Guthrie's granddaughter, right? Okay.
Yeah, Kathy Guthrie and Amy Nelson.
Okay, very nice.
They're fantastic, all of them.
Now, I know that your dad also just recorded with Snoop Dogg, and I noticed that on your webpage there's this picture of Snoop Dogg. Is he like totally in the family now, or what?
Totally. He even said after I gave him a CD of ours and I signed it and said, "Thank you so much for always taking such good care of our family," and he said, "Well, after tonight I'm gonna change my name to Nelson." So, Snoop Dogg Nelson. It's true.
Nice.
He's his family. It's awesome.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you coming in and sharing your stories with us. Can we talk you out of one more song before you go?
Surely.